Welcome. Welcome, Vanetta. Hello, Priscilla. Okay, I'm kind of eating here for a minute.
How are you, Marianne?
I'm good. I'm eating.
I'm not hearing anything.
You're not? I can hear you. You still can't hear me?
You're hearing me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, hold on a minute. No. That's because I muted some aggravating music earlier.
Oh, okay. There you go.
How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just my little headset here. I was gonna plug it in. What's going on with you?
Not much. Just very hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot and muggy.
Oh my goodness, we've had thunderstorms here today. Heavy.
Oh.
All right.
I would love a nice thunderstorm.
I knew that was Robert. Ah.
What the heck is this? I want this.
All right, welcome everybody. Hey, Gary, Mark, Patrick, woohoo, Melissa. We got Robert, he's grilling. Obviously did not watch the Dr. Glidden on the bad foods. There's Trish.
Not Trish, it's James O'More.
James O'More. Funny. All right, we're waiting for Tommy here. While we're watching Robert cook supper. So I'm trying to eat. Oh. All right, who else is here? Hi, Susie and Kevin. Oh, good, James Romer. Mm-hmm. All right, you guys, when you come in, announce yourself and then go ahead and mute.
Linda Carter.
Hey, welcome. Oh, we got Tom on here. Hang on a second.
Hi, this is Peggy from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Peggy, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, anybody else? I'm going to put Tom on. Are you ready, Tom? All right, let's go. Can you guys hear Tom? I cannot hear Tom. Tom, can you hear me?
No, I cannot.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
Cannot hear Tom.
No, Tom.
But he's looking good.
I know. Look how nice he looks today. Tom, can you
I like that. I like that today.
Tom, can you hear us? Denise, can you hear us? Oh. Denise, can you hear me?
Yes, Marianne, I can hear you.
Good. Thanks for responding because we cannot hear Tom.
I know.
See, all right.
He knows.
I'll put you on the screen. Oh, let me put you.
I think he's coming in a second.
All right. Well, he's on there.
I know. We can see his nose.
Oh, there you go. All right. Go ahead. I put you up until you.
Wait, I got.
Oh, yeah. Get
Sometimes my lipstick's a little too pink.
Oh.
How's everybody doing? Man alive, I tell you, this 65 and a wake up.
Oh,
We can't hear you. No. Oh, unmute Tom.
yeah. I can't find his cell phone. Is that what he said?
Wait, you can hear him though, unless you read lips.
No,
Oh,
I can hear him.
through my computer.
I can hear him here, but I
was
can't.
like, wait a minute, you heard that?
Yeah, tell him. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Oh, he's on. Okay, Tom.
Tom.
Talk
Yes.
now.
Tom.
Okay.
How do I sound?
Ah. there we go.
And
We got you.
What?
okay, you're on your
Okay,
phone.
you got me.
Okay.
I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone for my sound, and I'm on my other for the other. Okay, everybody, good. There's a lot of you already on here, and you're doing great. Today was crazy. I had two of the greatest interviews of my life, and I just want to start with that because this whole 2 interviews a day and 3-way in one is just riding me hard and putting me away wet because I have to do what I'm asking you to do. And I'm really good at asking you to do stuff I don't want to do, but I am not going to do that here. And so it's really, really been great. So today you have to hear this story. So you guys, and this is really going to kind of punch Marianne in the nose because so on my Facebook wall a couple of days ago, I posted something about cancer and how it makes me crazy that we are fighting cancer by putting a heart on our Facebook wall to raise cancer awareness. You know, instead of talking to people about Dr. Wallach or talking to them about nutrition or anything like that, we're putting a heart on there and we all think we're doing our part to fight cancer. So I said, no, that's not fighting cancer. Taking nutrition, taking control of your health, taking all the things that you have to do, that's fighting cancer. So somebody wrote me a note and said, I want to know more. So several of you then wrote back and said, you got a lead on your wall, you need to contact that lady. And then a couple of you actually contacted that lady, which I think is a little bit inappropriate, but you did it anyway, and it wasn't any of you. but that's probably not that cool either. So I called her because the whole thing. So I sent Mary. So Marianne then posted, if I'm having a Facebook conversation, Marianne, you have to look at me. If I have a Facebook conversation, is that a coffee shop interview? And she's doing all this stuff, you know, and I'm going, no, that's not a coffee shop interview. Ask her what her phone number is, and she will tell you her phone number, and then that's a coffee shop interview. So she goes, well, that isn't what you do. I go, yes, it is. So I immediately had to, so right then I said, Marianne, watch this. I'm sending you an email right now. And ironically enough, I had just asked that lady what her phone number was. So this is the funniest story. Facebook etiquette. Come on, Denise. So anyway, here's the deal. Oh, stealing it. I thought you were talking about asking for a phone number. Okay, so here's the deal. This is hilarious. So I called the woman on the phone, and we're talking away, and she's got all kinds of stuff going on. She's on 5 different medications. Her kid's got autism. He's 16. He's got 7 different medications he takes every day. She has got diabetes. She's 54. Her dad dies at age 55. And she's telling me about all this stuff. And I've already sent her, because I'm such a rock star, I've already sent her the health evaluation at askdenice.com, askdenice.net. So she sends me the things back, and she says, it was not your person, Denise. And she says this to me. It was hilarious. She says, oh, here's my score, 166. Am I going to die? Well, I have no idea if she's going to die at 166 or not either. So I immediately asked Marianne and all those guys what was wrong. Somebody's talking there. So at the Lou Gallardi, I mean, that might have been him, or Rock Rice might have been him. I'm looking at who's not muted. Rock, mute yourself. So at the end of the day, Bruce Jacobs, mute yourself. Hi, Steve Dresser. So she tells me all this stuff, and then she starts getting into her story, and I go, well, what are you doing on my wall? Like, this makes no sense, because you are an unlikely person to be on my wall. She's a big Christian. She works at a dentist's office. Her son-in-law works at Notre Dame, and she shouldn't have been on my wall. There's no reason. So I said, what are you doing on my wall? She goes, well, it's kind of a crazy story. I go, what? And she goes, I got catfished. And for all you old people, do you guys know what catfished means? Anybody? Move your head. I didn't think so. Lanny doesn't know what catfish means either. Well, catfish is when you use somebody else's face on Facebook or on a dating site because you're so ugly and you're catfishing people. So that's what. So anyway, look at Marianne's face. And and the only people that were not shocked by that were the people whose faces weren't moving, because they've catfished people. I know that. So anyway, so this is hysterical. So anyway, I go, well, this is now really weird. So she goes, I met this guy on Facebook, and he was so nice and so not bad to look at. And he lives in New York City, but he also works on an oil rig up in, somebody's not muted moving there, up in some other state. He was on an oil rig in Alaska, and he lives in New York City, and he's got this big story, and he hadn't asked her for money yet, and she's quickly falling in love, and he's saying they're meant for each other, and they get on a Zoom, but he's under so much government security on this oil rig, he can't really come on the camera on Zoom. He's not allowed to show his face. So she starts getting suspicious. The son-in-law down at Notre Dame has that computer face profiling thing, so he runs the face through the machine, which I have to get that machine, and all of a sudden, Brian Baum's face comes up. And the catfisher had been stealing Brian Baum's picture. So she was in love with Baum's face. So the son-in-law comes, this is the coffee shop interview. So she calls Baum on the phone and says, Baum. I probably should have told Baum I talked to her, by the way. So don't all of you start texting Baum right now. And she goes, Baum, what the heck's going on here? Did you know you're getting catfished? So immediately Baum goes, no, I didn't know I was getting catfished. What does catfished even mean? Because Baum's got a nice face, so he didn't even need to be a catfisher. So at the end of the day, what happened was she swiped his identity. The guy swiped Baum's identity and he was being Brian Baum, so that all got busted up. But at the end of the day, she and Baum started talking. He started telling her about his story, and she ended up on my Facebook wall and saw that post, as a friend of Brian Baum's. Oh, no. She was looking for other handsome men. So anyway, and but I'm a catfisher because I'm using somebody else's face too. So at the end of the day, that's what happened. So that's how the lead came in. Don't you think that's a tremendous story out of the coffee shop interview? Nod, yes, no. The second guy is a big guy in prepaid legal. And I met him at Legal Shield. I met him at Michael Burnoff. He'd worked at Landmark Education, 6'4", black guy, beautiful man, just the kind of guy that's drawn to you like nothing you ever saw before. And I just immediately liked him. So I'd done the Landmark for him. So he and I had this as a common denominator. So I've stayed in contact with him. But at the end of the day today, I'm going, he goes, I'm never leaving prepaid. I talk to businesses every day. I work my business every day. At the end of the day, the most he's ever made in 5 years is $3,000. And his average income is $1,100 a month. And the entire deal was a facade. And I got there. And he loves network marketing. And he loves Legal Shield. And he does not want to admit that it's not working. And you know what? That's okay. Because shame has him so locked up, he can't face the fact that dog won't hunt the way he's doing it, which is okay. And it's not about Legal Shield. My friend Brian Carruthers makes more money than we do. So it's not like that. It's not like anything. It's probably training and mentorship. But the point I try to make to you guys, that's the coffee shop interview. And Marianne, pop up the link for 65 and a wake up, please. And Denice, you are dozing off, and this is not fair. You have got to look enthralled. All the rest of you that look bored, I understand it, but your wife is supposed to fake it till you make it. So, Denice, while you're popping that link in there, Marianne, Denice, talk about your experiences over the last, because she decided to play this thing 100 times bigger than everybody on this page too. Talk about it a little bit. And then the rest of you, I want you to talk about it. Kevin Martin, unbelievable. I'm so happy to see you. It's unbelievable. If I get one more link of a drilling rig for sale, I'm going to have to punch you. So here we go.
Well,
here we go. Denise, take it.
It would be a lot easier if my husband wouldn't keep stealing my leads.
I have got to be in integrity.
I got home and I was so excited. I saw this health evaluation. I'm like, hot damn, because I need one more interview today. And I was like, hallelujah, thank you, God. Ask and you shall receive. And then I find out, I'm like, wait a minute, I was listening and Tom's on the other phone in the other room. And I'm like, wait a minute, this sounds an awful lot like this health evaluation I'm reading right here. So I like, it totally,
I got this.
Anyway. But no, this is super good for me as well, because it's what's great about it is it's bringing me back to it's bringing me back to starting from scratch pretty much, and here's the deal is out there in the big wide world, nobody knows how great I am. It's like, oh, you guys think I'm so great. It's so nice. And out there, everybody's like, we don't care who you are. We don't know who you are, And so I'm getting stuff like, this stuff tastes like crap. I don't want to take it. I'm like, look, and so it's really great for me because I'm dealing with all the objections that you guys are dealing with as well. And because I'm not just focusing on Fred, I will call you Fred. I'm not just, talking about building a business and focusing on leaders, which is what I've been doing for the last, 5 years. I'm also going back and interviewing. Well, when you interview, you can't just take them down the one highway that you want to go down, which is building a business. You got to take them down whichever whichever highway they want to go down. And sometimes that isn't the business. Sometimes it's just, I just want to take the products. And so I'm dealing with a lot of the same objections that you guys are dealing with, which is it costs too much, it tastes like crap, I don't, why do I have to take 3 products and all this stuff? And it's really good for me. Because, for me, I look at it like, hey, this is an insurance policy and I'm not sick. I'm not on any medication. My energy is good. I don't have anything going on health-wise. But I realize that a lot of people don't think like me. A lot of people don't think about their health until they get sick. And unfortunately, for a lot of people, it's too late at that point. Well, I don't want to deal with it when it's too late. And so for me, it's all about prevention. And yeah, you know what? I hate the taste of the osteo. I do. But you know what? I put it in a shake. I cover it up. I throw a banana in there. What the hell? It's like, we got to choose your heart. And sometimes vegetables don't taste that great, but I eat my vegetables because I know that it's good for you. So if we only pick the easy route, then you end up getting the easy crap. You end up, I can't read it. 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 I have no idea what you're showing. You have to put Tom on because we can't see what he's trying to show us. Oh, what's it going to cost? Your life, you make money, price goes down. Love you. I will help you know that. That's true. I haven't been diagnosed yet, but have factors and blood tests. Plus my knees are achy today and I'm panicked. Haha. Yep. Suffering sucks. You're sweet. Thank you. Okay. We got it. Yeah, so it's, for me, I just come from a different place of health is a priority for me. And so it's not about the easy route, what tastes good and what's the cheapest. It's, I got really, I had leaky gut about 8 years ago. And I got so sick that I was on a protocol for nutritional supplements that was costing me $500 a month. And that was 7 years ago. And you know what? I would have done anything because, I was feeling so terrible and my face would blow up like a puffer fish. And it looked like Tom just beat the heck out of me because I was so puffy. And, so the long story short, I'm going through the same thing you guys are going through. And out there, nobody knows that I'm successful and that Tom's successful. And nobody really cares, frankly. And so we're really on the same level playing field as everybody else. You're muted. You're muted.
She's okay. So, does anybody want to talk? Does anybody want to talk about what's going on with them?
That was just priceless. What she just shared, absolutely vintage, precious Denise. Wow, fabulous, so real. But yes, I got my
that's Fred.
I'm on my way to my second. That's Fred. I'm on my way to my second. I signed up as CEO via phone this afternoon, and now I'm in another one, but he's out of the country, and he's here in Dallas, but he's India. So this will be an interesting one. But he wanted disappointment. So I love this concept. This is the kind of non-pressure pressure I really like. Just qualifying each day. I have to find out more about the details about what you're running here, but I got the gist of it, and I really like it, Tom. Thank you.
Well, 65 and a wake up. Thank you, Fred. We love you. But keep your eyes on the road. Stop looking at the camera. This is Denise. Stop buttering up Fred, Denise. Okay, so here's the deal. 65 and a wake up is we're setting this up to not let you take yourself off the hook. I know Lou Gallardi. I mean, he's down in Miami. I love the guy, James Earl Moore. I mean, these guys are incredible human beings. And I know that each and every one of you have got this game in you whereby you can drive your business. But it's called breaking through the fear. And I know, Des Morgan, that I can't get you there from here. I know that. I know that this culture here, this community here can. Because that's what this is all about, is every one of us locking arms and every one of us realizing that we're all in this game together and no one's coming out alive. So what we have to do is every one of us need to help each other. And what I love about you guys, Pamela Schwartz and a few of you, and I added a bunch of you today, so you probably have no idea what this Facebook page is really all about, but it is over the top. And I'm watching Dee Blackburn bring the rain. I'm watching Marianne come out of a shell. Trish Hetherington called it on herself. But the deal is, and I'm going to give you the concept right now. Actually, I came up with this concept. It was brilliant. And it's called 66 Days to a Habit. Actually, it was Denise. I did look at everybody shaking their head. It was not anywhere near my idea. And I was with a military guy, and I'm trying to, I don't like 66 because, it's kind of like the devil connotation. It just, that whole number's always kind of bugged me. So I didn't want to deal with that. I'm trying to figure out, and he goes, this military guy, a colonel in the Marines, goes, call it 65 and a wake up. Because you go through this for 65 days, and you do 2 interviews a day and 1 3-way call. And then at the end of 65 days, guess what? You wake up on the 66th day, and you're a professional network marketer, Gary Brooks. And at that point, you all of a sudden get a ticket to go pro from Denise and I for free, $300. But what's even more beautiful about that, you don't even want the ticket. You're probably going to give it away. Because by then, you are a professional network marketer. That's why you're doing this. And now you're dropping people off where they need to be. And somebody, whoever I was talking to today, raise your hand about all the leads. And when you have so many leads, today, my whole deal is getting back to all the leads I've got. And it's kind of crazy that I've got all these leads because I've been doing this day in, day out for over 20 years. But as you fill up that pipeline, and Marianne and James, I almost worked them to death today because basically I don't know jack about vitamins and minerals, and these people keep asking me about them. So I know, and one of the reasons that Denise got that email, and the reason our website's called AskDenise.com is because I had to catfish it. I had to catfish it. Because if I would have used my own face, what would have happened? They wouldn't have Googled that. I mean, they would have never hit the link. They would have said, that guy's got anorexia, dyslexia. We don't want that to happen. So that's why we did the deal with Denise's photo and Denise's name, because I know so many people want to look like her. But I want you guys, once you start doing that and dropping people off where they want to be, and this is the most important part, the little woman that got catfished today, I never even talked about it being a network marketing company. I never talked about longevity. There was no listening for anything like that with her. She's enthralled with Brian Bob, and she wants to get rid of the diabetes, and she wants to get rid of the kid with the autism. I did not add in a variable called pyramid scheme. That's that simple. Does that make sense to you guys? I dropped her off right where she wanted to be. So that way, that cleared up my time to go help the people that want my help, the Kevin Martins of the world. Otherwise, I'm out there chasing vitamins and minerals all over Longmont, and I can't do that. I've got to use the tools. Has anybody got anything? Has anybody had any luck? Has anybody had any frustration? Yesterday I got called a snake oil salesman. Did you guys read that? That was rather hurtful. The guy comes up and says, Tom Chenault, 2 stockbrokers talking together that I used to work with. The one stockbroker is a friend of mine. Said, Tom Chenault's doing quite well. The other guy goes, I would rather be poor than be a snake oil salesman like Tom Chenault. hurt my feelings, made me mad, gave me more resolve. Just like that. That's every one of you. Does that make sense?
Crazy.
Annie Parker, mother of Juliet, great little rock star. Somebody just raised their hand and started talking. Who was it?
Oh, no, it was just me. I was just saying it's crazy. It's crazy that people still think that in this day and age, you know. But it's like, it's just fear. It's fear. People don't, you know, they think that they're going to get talked into something that they don't want to buy. And, you know, it's just nuts.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. All right. Anybody want to give any feedback? I see Rock Rice on here. Amway, absolute unbelievable guy. Building a huge organization up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Just a beast. Does talk too much, but is getting the hang of that and really, really good. If you want to unmute yourself, Rock, and talk a little bit, you can do that. Anybody want to? Otherwise, I'm just going to go down another direction and keep training you, because this is the most important part. Mm-hmm. Anybody got anything? Hi, Rock.
Rock's unmuted. Rock, you can talk.
Rock, we're watching you. Have you got nothing? Okay, remute him. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Okay, so the coffee shop interview. It is a sorting tool more than anything else. And every inch of the way, you want to still take notes on everything, even though you've already done it. I want to show you the notes on George, the financial planner. I just went right into his contacts and took all those notes that I just spoke to you guys about, plus some personal stuff he told me about himself, and I laid that in the phone. So the next time I talk to him, he's going to totally remember what we talked about, because I'm going to remind him, and he's going to know I was thinking about him and I cared about him. Every one of you. And this is really, really critical. And Denice and I are really working on something for you that's going to blow your mind, called contact mapping. But what we're going to teach you to do is not only put your contacts into your phone, we're going to teach you how to map them, and then we're going to teach you how to intuitively follow them up to go where they want to go. Does that make sense to you? Yes, I hope. And so, but between here and there, you've got to take better notes than you're taking. And you've got to schedule that follow-up with every person, even if they don't know, even if you don't have an appointment with them, even if you don't have a follow-up in mind of what you're going to do, you need to put Kevin Martin up a week. Like, I am going to call this guy back in a week and check in with whatever he told me his situation was, to see, you know, whether, in Kevin Martin's case right now, he was selling a whole bunch of stuff on Facebook today. So I'm going to call him in a week. If he were just a prospect, I would call him in a week and say, hey, did you get that stuff sold? What's going on with selling all that stuff? How is selling stuff on Facebook? Does that work? And I would develop relatedness on something that he was passionate about, to come back with him to talk to him about maybe another income stream called longevity and maybe some nutrition. Does that make sense to you? The end game is always the same: serving people and figuring out what they want so you can get it for them. That's the beautiful thing about that. Perfect, right? But the only way this is going to work is if you play. And that's the depressing part. And the only way it's going to work, and Bob can, Marianne, where are you? Speak up. What happened to us today? What happened to us today at Red Frog Coffee with Bob Phillips when he was too busy to do his interviews, and he didn't want to step into the game? So this was a light bulb moment, which is so obvious to me, I want to blow my brains out. Tell him what happened.
Well, he sees people all day long in his personal business. And so when I first, talked to him about doing this, he said, oh, I'm just too busy. I got so much going on and what have you. And of course I accepted that excuse. And then today he was sitting there when Tom came and we started talking, and Tom kind of, said, why aren't you doing this? And he was, well, I'm so busy. And he goes, don't you have appointments all day? He goes, well, I'm so busy. I have appointments all day long. And I said, yeah, and you're meeting people, right? And then Tom goes, you can do interviews. Why can't you do interviews while you're, meeting with your customers? And suddenly a little light went on, and he was like, yeah, I probably can do that.
Because you guys all think that you have to pitch people. That's not the coffee shop interview. The interview this is perfect because Bob, in his business, he's got an HVAC business, and he's got 48 humidifiers to put in. And he's making major bank on these 48 humidifiers. One person gave him 47 more referrals. So he's got this deal laid out. He goes to their house. He's talking to them. And he thought that he had to have a longevity conversation. No, you're looking for what's going on in their life. And here's how that looks. You're asking them what's great about their life. And they're going to say, oh man, look at my house. I love my house. I love my couch. I love this. What else is going on? Well, I never see my kids. I work too hard. That's a pain point. Oh man, I wish I could have been able to get the super model deluxe X500 humidifier, but money's a little short this month. That's a pain spot. You keep note of that, and you come back and you pick that scab. I've been thinking about you. You told me you were having trouble. You wanted the XYZ Super 500 humidifier and you couldn't afford it. I might have an idea for you. You told me you were working your fingers to the bone and you never saw your kids. This is phones, by the way. I might have an idea for you. That's all you're doing. You're looking for the pain and then pushing on the pain. I got to talk to John Funk today, and I was talking to him about how to do this business. And Scott, most of you are having a hell of a time figuring out how to introduce the MLM conversation because you're so scared. The minute you say the words MLM, where's Ann going? Oh, the minute you say MLM, you're afraid those people are just going to do this and run from you for their life. Scott Bardulis says to people, what do you think about MLM? Like, what do you think about it? And they go, I hate it. You don't bring it up. They go, well, I was in a few and they don't work. Find out why. I love them. I wish I could make one of them work. Perfect. So maybe that's what you do. Maybe that's how you introduce that MLM conversation to people. Does that make sense? Of course it does. Okay. So let me think of what else. Has anybody got a question here that they want to ask me? I just got very good. So Marianne, unmute yourself. What you just said was, okay. So how did you get the guy's phone number?
Okay. So that's what I wanted to talk about. So I have been Facebooking this guy today because I've actually been on the phone for Tom most of the day and talking with his people and getting them signed up. So when he says I have to use a tool, he uses me as his tool, right? So while I was helping this guy get signed up, I was interviewing my old boss, like from a long time ago. And we were just kind of chit-chatting. I found out that him and his wife are both retired. They've moved to Texas. We talked about his boys. They're going to Australia and New Zealand next year. And, then Tom's like, it doesn't count. You got to talk to him. So I was looking through my phone. I was like, oh, my God, I don't have his phone number. So I had to ask him. I said, oh, send me your phone number. I was going to give you a call and we should chat. And so I just got it while we were on here. And so now I need to give him a call and do a real interview. But I've done, pretty much a coffee shop interview via Facebook. And he does, he lives down in Texas. So obviously that we will finish and continue on via the phone call. But so explain to me why interviewing somebody via Facebook to kind of start off with, right? Because maybe sometimes you don't know those people and you got to move to the phone call. We already know that. So none of this communication works until you get them on the phone. Is that what you're saying?
I am allergic I'm allergic to chat relationships, even though you're gathering data about people. I think before this thing starts turning real, you got to get related and have a human being talk to a human being. I really do believe that wholeheartedly. And I am going to keep that as a condition on 65 and a wake up to the 66 days to the network marketer, because I believe this is about human beings talking to human beings. And some of you may not like the way you look, including me. Some of you might not like the way that you dress, including me, all the things that, whatever it is that I might be my hang up, but no one can tell how you look on the phone. No one, I mean, it is something you can do. And I believe it's going to bring a level of relatedness and
We can't hear you anymore, Tom, because you're getting a call.
Oh no, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, yeah, that was Steve Wallach. But anyway, see how important you guys are? I dumped the owner of the company for you. But I just believe that. And you guys can be mad at me, but I am a professional network marketer. And I've been doing this for a very, very long time. I have relationships with, what's that?
I agree with you all the way. I have tested out the...
That's Rock. Keep talking.
Rock, we lost you.
Sorry, I had a call coming in. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be meeting with a brand new CEO that I just signed up.
Okay, good. And you think face-to-face is, yeah, we got you.
Okay. I can't hear you for whatever reason. You're probably on my Bluetooth. Just a second. Okay, talk now.
Okay, you can hear us, right?
No, you're not there.
Okay, well, we can hear you.
We can hear you, Rock. So
I'm not zooming too well here on the Zoom action.
Okay, that's all right. So mute him again, Marianne, so we can get him out of here. And this guy, I mean, that guy right there, that Rock Price, I hope he'll do some coaching for you, because he is a bona fide network marketing professional, and he knows how to do this business. And it is something that each and every one of us can get better. And the collaboration from all of you, whether it's Juanita Lamuth or Susie Shipper or Betsy or any one of you people, Bruce Jacobs, I promise you that there is no doubt in my mind that this works for you. Tanisha, I know it's working for Cindy Malone. I'm watching her bust out of it. Dana Skinner, Vincent Cunningham. But the name of the game, and Robin, you should pop in and talk a little bit, because it is real for you. You are playing this game, and you're playing it at a big level, and you're winning at it, and you're also coaching and helping other people. So that's that simple. What do we got here? Facebook group. I got that. Don't know what that is. All right. Who else? Anybody else want to? Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got. If you look, you're looking into my ear, because I have to put it up to my ear for some reason. My Zoom is not going through the speakerphone nor my Bluetooth, so I don't know what's going on. But I got it in my ear. So what I was going to say is, once you master the phone and you're not afraid of the phone anymore, and I really challenge people to do that. And I got a lot of people in my group that I got trained to do that. So it seems like, what you're constantly overcoming in the coaching mode is to teach people how to overcome their fear, because, once you realize that you're just talking to a person and you just talk to them straightforward and you're building a relationship with that person, the coffee shop conversation is all about just, interviewing that person, asking that person what's up, and, keeping it real with them. No smoke, no mirrors, no games. I don't make a big deal out of multi-level marketing. In fact, I never even really bring it up. I say that I'm building professional healthcare networks with a famous doctor. He's paying us a boatload full of money to help him put these networks together within communities. They're shopping networks, different things like that I throw out there. But I don't really talk about multi-level marketing. And if someone says, oh, this looks like a pyramid or any of those kinds of things, those are easy to swallow their lunch on. I mean, or eat their lunch with, because pyramids were illegalized in 1973. Amway and Mary Kay and all them, they defeated that whole thing. So, we just got to get our facts straight as to the kind of business we're in. We're in the best kind of business there is. It's residual. It's the lowest overhead. Monthly, it's the lowest startup cost. We got a tiger by the tail. We just got to be completely confident in what we got. And when we got that kind of posture, they're jumping on board. They're going to get in. It's that simple.
Thank you so much, Rock. And your input's invaluable. You're ranking up like crazy. You're ranking up other people. That's what's really cool. And this business is not about you ranking up. You have to remember that. This business is not about you ranking up. I swear to you, other than the fact I want to maximize my paycheck, I don't care what rank we are. It's all about what rank you are, the rank of the people that we're bringing in here. I want Trish Hetherington to rip the cover off the ball. I want Robin Tanner to be a 5-star. It's that simple. And the way that you do that is you get so obsessed with their success. Kevin Martin, my eyes pop open at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking about his problems. I want you to think the way that I think about your people. And it's all about rank advancement. This business is all about rank advancing your people, because if you do that, everybody wins. Your check goes up, but more importantly, their check goes up. And at the end of the day, you're going to see yourself, and Denice and I, we move into our new house this week. Things are going really, really well for us financially. I promise you our greatest joy in the life is watching Priscilla Maynard make it. That's what it's for us. It's watching Gary Brooks win the game. It's that. And I talk about it all the time. It is the most important part of this business. And once you guys focus on that littlest person, that newest person, and you go with the brick rank, and I'm going to talk about the brick rank one more time because I see some people on here that haven't been here before. This brick right here signifies building a brick wall. And if you're in the True to Life Spartan organization, this is probably going to look like 90 for life, this brick right here, and it's going to look like that True to Life cleanse. If you're in the Heritage Makers or the Memory Keeping, this brick is going to look like that stuff. But what you're doing is you're building bricks to build the wall. And the wall you want to use, the brick that you're using is senior associate. That's not one person on this call. Not one person every one of you can build a senior associate position. And what that means is 3 people doing 100 underneath you, with you doing 200, and 1,000 QV in your first 3 levels. That's a brick. And once you know that you can build a brick called yourself, once you know you can build another brick called yourself, and once you know you can teach people to build these bricks, that's when you have this business. Does that make sense? Ask them what they mean by what. Let me see what you said here. Oh, no. Here's the pyramid thing. I want to kill that pyramid conversation right now. I'm going to kill the pyramid conversation right now. Do not debate people, ever. Don't debate people. When somebody asks you if it's a pyramid scheme, they are lying to you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. The reason they're saying, is this a pyramid scheme? Because they didn't want to say, I hate you and I want you to leave. So they tried to figure out one of 3 things to say to you that was going to get you to shut up. First of all, is this a pyramid scheme? Second of all, how much money are you making? Third of all, I don't have the time. Fourth of all, I don't have the money. They think one of those 4 things, and usually people are going to do all 4 of them if you keep pressing through with your debate. Oh, your job's a pyramid. Oh, you could get $500 if your kid got in a car wreck. That's all they're telling you is that you've went to the close way too quick. That's all that told you. You were acting like a crazed multi-level marketer, and they're going, I got to get this guy out of here. What can I say that's going to have him shut up? Is this a pyramid scheme? Don't buy it. The minute somebody says this is a pyramid scheme, is this a pyramid scheme? You need to know you blew it. You blew it. You went to the close way too quick. And the only thing you can do, who's unmuted? Marianne, unmute yourself.
What?
You went to, what'd you do on Mother's Day?
I went down to saw my
Why?
son.
Monument's a terrible city. Why?
I went to go see my son for his birthday on Mother's Day.
Oh, so your son's birthday, how old is he?
24.
24. And what's he do?
He coaches high-level hockey.
Does he make any money doing that? A little bit, but he loves it with all of his heart. And it's his passion, right?
Yes.
And he takes the vitamins and minerals, right?
Yes.
Okay, and and your daughter, Kira, what's she doing now? She's in California. She's a clothing designer. She's an actress, and she's a model, right?
Right.
And your husband, Ken, you love him. He's the plumber that saved my life when we were in Amsterdam and our rental house broke down, and he saved us, right?
Right. He's an electrician.
Okay, so all of you saw something shift right then. And my prospect sitting across the table that just asked me if this was a pyramid scheme, named Marianne Niehaus, I didn't answer because I don't want to lose Marianne for a friend. So I don't want to tell her her husband's job's a pyramid scheme working at XL Electric. All I wanted to do was change the subject and go back to what Marianne loves most than anything in her life, which is her son, her daughter, and her husband, and their dog named Boo. And I wanted to get the heck out of Dodge because I had blown it. I had to shift the conversation and not go back to it today. We're not talking about longevity anymore. You just gave me the greatest tell of all time that you had no interest and you hate me when you asked me if this was a pyramid scheme. Do you guys understand that? I hope so. I mean, it is. You guys please look asleep. It's either your resting face or I am boring you to death. So you have to tell me which one it is. But that's true. Do not get in the debate. Do not overcome the objection. Walk away from it. You don't have to overcome it. I promise you, Mark Bauer, I've been doing this a long time, and I have a doctorate in overcoming objections. Do you want me to give you an example of overcoming an objection if I decided to do it? You want me to? Okay, so here we go. How much money are you making? I'm telling you, I just got started in this business. You know that I am a dyed-in-the-wool multi-level marketer, and I am going to make this thing work. You've known me all your life. I was on the football team. I was on the baseball team. I was voted the most handsome guy at Littleton High School. I was voted the most likely to succeed. Oh, this is a lie. And all these things. I can guarantee you I am going to succeed at this. And I came to you because you are my best friend. And I sat down with you to tell you this because I need 4 people. And I know you know I'm not making any money. But if you want me to come back here in a year when I've got 4,100 and when I've got 3,000 people in my organization, I'll use that number. When I've got 3,000 people in my organization and I'm making $12,000 a month, if you want me to come back here in a year and show you that $12,000 check, I'll be happy to do that. But I didn't think you were one of the 3,000. I thought you were one of my 4. That's how you overcome that "are you making any money" conversation. Does that make sense to you? I can overcome. I have heard everything about pyramid schemes, about I don't have the money, I don't have the time. I've got a doctorate in overcoming objections. I promise you. And I guarantee you, you may win the battle in that. Oh, maybe, oh my God, my job is a pyramid scheme. I think I'm going to join your pyramid scheme. No, that's not what you're going to do. You win the battle, but you lost the war. Here's what happens to me. I sit down with people. I get into their life. I find out what they want out of their life. whether it's a color TV or whatever it is. And we have such a powerful conversation. When I go back to them to present that to them, they look at me and they go, is this a pyramid scheme? Wait a minute. And I go, yes. And they go, yahoo! So that's what happens to me. Because they finally realize that, I mean, that's it. And the second one was, and I laugh at my jokes. And the second one is, I don't have the money. People get up from me all the time. And I go, what's going on? This is all a joke, by the way. And I go, well, what do you mean? And they go, well, I got to leave. And I go, why? And I go, because you told me this was $500. And I go, yeah. And they go, I got to go rob a 7-Eleven. Because that's how much I have them get pumped up and create that desire that they can do it. They will walk away. If you do the coffee shop interview right, and you create that thing for them, they're going to go through a wall to get there. Does that make sense? And the dangerous thing about that is getting too good at this. You can't take people places they don't have any business going. You can't be so good at this that you're taking advantage of people. I go to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting every day of my life. I sit there for an hour with people on the edge of the cliff. They're standing here. If I were to tap them a tiny bit, they're going to fall off that cliff and go away. I have a responsibility to those people not to talk to them about longevity. People that can't make it, I mean, as harsh as this sounds, don't teach them. This is hard work. Very few people succeed at it. Please, please respect that in people. Please, be that big. Anybody want to add to that or take away from it? Tell your powerful story. Tell them what you're doing, and they want to join you. They buy you. You are right. You're correct. I'm not arguing. I've done the same. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Buy exactly right. Love you, Mark Fowler. I love you, Mark Fowler. I'm all the way up. So, yeah, this is, by the time you get done with this, you guys, you're going to have a list just in 20 days, you're going to have 40 good interviews that you've done something with. And you either, Marianne, show that piece of paper with the 52 circles on it, please. How about that? She had it at her fingertips. You got to highlight yourself. Are you highlighted so people can see it? Put it up bigger so people can see it. Okay, so that piece of paper right there, what you want to do is put your 52 people on that piece of paper. And it should be 66. It should be actually over 100 because you're going to do this for 66 days straight. And your job is to get those people off that piece of paper. So they're going some places. That grid up top is your business builder grid. Those are your people that want to build businesses, that grid up top. You can see 4 legs with 4 people underneath them and 4 people underneath them. That's that business builder grid up there. Now down to the left or the right, if down below is people that told you no. When somebody tells you no and they come off that list, they did you a favor. They completely did you a favor because you're not worried about it anymore. And if they're product users, you've got them off to the side. They're still in your business. You didn't try to make a product user a business builder, and all of a sudden it got better. You're doing this business with integrity. I'll tell you this, that top grid's important to me. And the reason it's important to me and to Denise is we're trying to change the health of the world. And we know that if we get one product, if we get 100 business builders, if we get 100 product users, we're going to get a business builder or 2 out of that. So you guys run them all hither, thither, and yon. Your statistic is 100 people that you bring into your business, you're going to get 1 or 2 business builders out of that. If you guys put 100 names on that top grid up there, you're going to get 100 product users. Because a business builder, you're going to get 10,000 product users. You get 100 business builders, you're going to get 10,000 product users. Because a business builder like me is going to bring in 100 people. 10,000 times 100, whatever that math is. So Marianne, you just posted a minute ago that you have enrolled 162 people. One business builder right there has enrolled 162 people. That's my point right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. One business builder brought in 162 people. Find business builders.
And
So you're sorting for business builders.
Yeah, and some of those are becoming business builders.
Right. That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal. And if you do your job and you are a great person that is serving these customers, all of a sudden the customers that you serve come across like that girl that I just showed you a second ago, who started the one with the rheumatoid arthritis. She just started a terrible job and she hates it. And the next conversation, not today, after she buys the rheumatoid arthritis stuff and complains about the price, is how would you like to get this product for free? Why don't you build a little business? And it becomes a natural progression. So you're not forcing anything on anybody. Isn't that better for you guys? Don't you feel better being that kind of human being than somebody just constantly jamming stuff down people's throat that they don't want? Robin, Tanner, unmute yourself. Or somebody, can you talk, Robin? Yes or no? I know you're driving.
Yes.
Robin?
No, can you hear me? I can talk.
Yeah, so talk about your, I got you.
Can you hear me?
Talk about your experience. Talk about your experiences inside of the coffee shop interview and this YG, this new group that we've got called 65 and a Wake Up. How's that working for you?
It's amazing. It's really amazing. I feel like I'm really getting to know people in a different way. I don't know why I was so resistant. I don't know why I was so resistant to the coffee shop interview. Maybe because I saw myself as a healthcare professional and I was just lit up by helping people with their health needs. And now that I'm waiting and I'm asking these questions first, I'm getting to know people and their needs better, and I'm able to serve them way better. It's amazing.
Yeah, and
I can't hear you. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. You can't hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
And you had talked about not really having a lot of upline support over the years. And you are in one of those black holes where you really don't have any real business builder upline support. Let's talk about that a little bit, because so many people on this call feel the same way. Has this page given you about 10 times more support, not necessarily upline, than you ever dreamt possible? How could that possibly lose her now? Are you talking? Your mouth doesn't look like it's moving.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, did you hear my question?
Can you hear me? I
Good
did.
deal,
You
Peggy.
asked me what kind of support I'm experiencing in this.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a great support because we are able, we're telling each other what our strengths are, and we can reach out to each other for three-way calls. So I don't have to call a health expert. I don't have to call Dr. Wallach. I've got you guys in the group. It's amazing. Can you hear me?
And people are committed to it. Yeah, oh yeah, of course. And people are committed to it, and they're committed to you. And the reason I'm saying that is because every one of you could do this. And what we need to do is we need to have number one, we want you to feel supported. But number two, we want you to support. Kevin Martin's got more talent in his toe. I mean, every one of you could draw on him for more information than you're ever going to want to believe. And every one of us have that, where we're all pulling together. James Earl Moore, today I had a problem. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I have so many leads today want to enroll. I did one CEO pack and 3 different orders, and I was over my bandwidth as far as being able to help these people. And I asked James Earl Moore to help me out, and the next thing I knew, I had an aggregation of Dr. Wallach, Ben Fuchs, Peter Glidden, and his own opinion on what to have this guy buy. And all I had to do was read his email to this guy, and the guy came back and got a mega CEO pack. And why? Because I used this group like it's supposed to be used. And I want you guys to do the same thing, because it's for you, not for me. I'm doing okay. But because I finally figured out this was the ticket, I'm using this thing like you can't believe, and it's pretty cool. Anybody else got anything they want to add, take back, argue with, debate, anything? Anybody? What's that, sweetie? It's 6:30? All right, so it is 6:30. All right, so here's the deal. I love you guys, and I'm more committed to this than you're ever going to believe. We're going down to our meeting right now. Peggy, you're beautiful. We're going down to our meeting right now, and we are going to have probably a real strong coaching adventure there, and we will keep you posted on that tomorrow. I'm going to do these. I'm going to keep doing these lives, the little videos, because it's helping me. It's helping me stay focused on helping you. But if there's anything I'm not doing right, or if there's anything I'm not doing to serve you or Denise, you need to tell us, because that's what we do. That's why we're here. We're here to help you help yourself. And that's that simple. Denise, you want to say goodbye? Unmute yourself.
I love you guys. Thank you for putting yourself out there every day. And, you know, we're all in this together. And it's funny because I was saying at Lewis's event over the weekend that the whole equals more than the sum of the parts, which means that the synergy of all of us working together, we can create more than we could individually. And so the fact that you get on here every week and you are actively working your business, my hat goes off to you. And I love all of you, and together we are making a difference out there. So we'll see you next week, and we'll probably hear you on the call on Thursday.
And all of you, Marianne, give these people the detail of Scott Bardulis' deal. Because Scott Bardulis is doing this boot camp down in by Kevin Martin's house and by Allie Ames's house and by Trisha's house. Who else is here? Steve Dresser's house. I'm looking at all you Colorado people. It is going to be epic. Dave Brisky's coming. There's 4 stars, 5 stars coming from all over the world. Coming to this event. And Linda Tyler, I want to give you a shout out. I just saw you. Unbelievable job. She took a red eye to Ontario, California from Baltimore, Maryland, took some people to that event of Dr. Ariaza's to get upline support. And she's cross-lined to Ariaza, but she instead of coming to this room, because she didn't know it existed, she hopped on an airplane and flew across the world. That's unbelievable dedication, commitment, beauty, fascination, unbelievable. Thank you. So anybody else? So Bardulis' event, what's the details, Marianne? That's pretty good.
Yeah, just put a link. I have a link on there. It's to the Masters of Enrollment. It talks all about the event, and then you can click on there and you can sign up. It talks about the hotel and everything that's going on for that day.
Hey, I got a question.
It's only $75. It's 2 days, and it's going to be killer. So get there if you can. Betsy, thank you. Kevin, thank you.
Can I ask a quick
Danisha.
question?
Who is it?
It's Rock. It's Rock.
Yeah, for sure. Ask it. I don't see it.
I was wondering about the Super Saturdays. Is there a master list of every Super Saturday? Because I'm like building from one city to the next city to the next city, and I just need to know where all these Super Saturdays are going on.
Yeah, it's on the meeting locator. People on longevity.com. People are being real
they're not
good.
loading it up. There's like 1,000 miles between some of these meetings.
Well, that might just be a fact, but at the end of the day, all of you people on here, and I'm going to post something about that, Kevin, that's a great point, have to use that meeting locator like a sword. We're good at it, aren't we, Marianne, I hope?
Yeah,
we're good at it.
We're pretty good at it as long as they get it right.
Yeah, you guys are great at it if I could be building in Colorado, but I'm on the East Coast. Everything's hot over here right now. I keep getting yeses and people are getting in, so I want to plug them into a system, and I just can't find a system out here.
What about
I'm going to hook you
stuff? The Star School stuff? Or no?
The DC stuff by Cheryl Morley, I can plug in around DC. I know she's got stuff going on. And Joe Farina, I've been talking to him a little bit about some of the things he's doing with Super Saturday, but it's still about 300 miles for some of my new people. I just don't see them doing that on a Saturday, driving 300 miles one way.
Well, can you do one your own? Can you do one?
I'd have to start quite a few. I was trying to get some leaders here. I need some leaders. You're wearing me out.
We got keep working, Kevin. We'll go to work on getting you some help on that. I'll post something about that. But if you've got a Super Saturday within 200 miles of you, there's no reason why you can't hop on your horse and drive 4 hours.
Well, I'll drive 7 hours. I mean, it's not me. It's the new people. Do they understand that commitment, and will they make that commitment, you know?
I'm speaking to the whole, yeah. So every one of you, I mean, as every one of you become professional network marketers, you will start doing your own weekly meetings and your monthly trainings, and you'll actually have regionals. And I promise you that's going to happen. Linda Tyler told me that in Baltimore right now, their group is up from 5 to 45 and going up every week. So there is no chance on earth that any of you are going to get left behind. So stay with us. We're going to get better. We got to go. We love you guys with all of our heart. We want to be better. Don't be afraid to give us some input, Cindy Malone. I love you. I love you. I love you. We'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Thank you. Good night. Night, Marianne.